What's going on, guys? Welcome to CoreFit Radio. I'm Kevin Lowers, here to enlighten you on everything related to health and wellness, from nutrition, exercise, supplementation, to anything that is going to improve the overall quality of your life. Let's get started. Welcome. I'm Kevin Lowers, your host, and this is just going to be a little introductory podcast, just kind of telling you about what we do over at CoreFit Fitness, what this podcast is going to be about, and I'm really excited to put this out there and send more information and more resources out to my clients, to my friends, my family, and just basically anybody listening. So CoreFit Fitness is located in Novi, Michigan. We are a private personal training studio. We offer boot camps as well. We do private in-home training, obviously in-studio training. We focus solely on Not solely, I should not say solely. We focus on just about any type of training you want, but we have found that functional training, or unconventional training rather, with kettlebells, TRXs, battle ropes, slam balls, things that are more applicable to the real world, we find that that is the most beneficial way to train, specifically when you're dealing with people that are older adults, people that are more overweight. The overall outlook is to improve their quality of life and make things that are generally difficult for them now a little bit easier, because that ultimately will give them a much greater outlook and better quality of life. So that's kind of what we do over at the studio, and this podcast kind of came about when I would get a lot of questions about health, as far as nutrition, supplementation, exercise modalities that you can do outside when you're not at the training studio, sleep, basically anything that's going to aid in your weight loss, aid in, building muscle, aid in giving you that better quality of life, like I said before. And I'd find that I just wouldn't have the time to elaborate on certain topics, as much as I would like to when with clients. So, I've done some blogs, I've done some things along those lines, but I find that it's much easier for someone to listen to something, and they're much more inclined to do so rather than read. And we're starting the YouTube channel as well for CoreFit Radio, where I'll be doing, videos of me, with meals, smoothies, talking about different things that I specifically do to live a healthy lifestyle. And, this kind of podcast came about because I wanted to go over these topics. I wanted to bring clients on and have them do long, style testimonials where it's not just like that quick, CoreFit's great, come on in and check it out. Because I just don't really see that being very real and organic and raw, and I want to be able to take my clients or boot camp clients and bring them on and have them kind of elaborate on their experience with CoreFit. I also want to highlight our trainers. I want to have another platform for people to get to know our trainers so that they feel more comfortable when they come in. They feel like they already have a connection and they already know what it's going to be like. They have a sense of the personality, so they can kind of dictate and choose which trainer will best fit them from there. As well as, like I said before, just more resources, more knowledge-based content for anybody that's trying to improve their overall quality of life and trying to get down their overall wellness and increase their muscle, lose fat, sleep better, and what supplements they should be taking, why they should be taking them, and so on and so on. So like I said, this podcast is going to be a nice short and sweet one. It's just to kind of give you a little introduction to the podcast. Again, I'm Kevin Lowers. I'm one of the head trainers over at CoreFit Fitness. I have been a personal trainer over there for a little over 2 years now. I went to school at the National Personal Trainer Institute in Rochester. It is a trade school for personal training. I'm also certified through NASM, the National Academy of Sports Medicine. And I am just a total health and fitness junkie, and I live and breathe everything that I preach. I read constantly. I'm always trying to figure out what's going on, what's new, what's kind of the thing that's working the best, and dissect it. And, I'm generally trying all these different things on myself to see the effects they have on me personally, and then I usually push them into my clients and make recommendations as far as that goes. And, after doing this for a couple of years, I've pretty much seen the very broad spectrum of different clientele, and I've kind of broken it down and figured out how to really make anybody see results. the formula is generally not that complex. It's one of those things, A plus B always equals C until you start adding in X, Y, and Z. And in that case, and what I mean by that is that if you're exercising, religiously, and you're dieting, well 80% of the time, and you're taking care of your sleep, you're managing your stress, the weight's going to come off. But what having a trainer does, and what's so amazing about having a trainer, is the accountability and just the peace of mind to know that someone's there with you along the way. And I think that private personal training is one of the best investments you can ever make into your life, without a doubt. Obviously, if you can do it on your own, do it on your own. Save yourself some money. But, if you're kind of at a crossroads and you don't know how you're going to lose that 30 pounds and you've tried many different ways, maybe it might be time to think about getting a trainer. And I can assure you that CoreFit Fitness is the premium training studio in the Michigan area, over Novi, Metro Detroit area. We're very, very passionate about what we do. We're very client oriented. We're all about the service. We go above and beyond. If you're not seeing results, then you're going to get compensated for it. And at this point, everybody sees results with us, and that's all there is to it. There's no denying it. If you're not seeing results, you're not doing what we tell you to do, and that's that. So I just want to kind of close it out by saying to anybody that's listening, hopefully I get a lot of my clients listening to these, a lot of friends, a lot of family, and maybe just anybody else out there that's kind of just looking for some gems for improving their health and wellness, is that it's not as difficult as some people make it out to be. It's just about having the right foundation, the right support system, the right resources. And this podcast is going to give you those resources. So on topics to come, the next podcast is going to be me sitting down with one of our trainers, Alex, and we're just going to kind of talk about his philosophies as a trainer, and you'll get to know him, and that way when you come in, you might be like, oh, I listened to a podcast with Alex, he sounds like he'd be a great fit for me, and so on. And then I'll be having more on. I'll be having our owner on, Trainer Rod, just a masterful trainer, mastered the art, has been doing it for a long time, has seen pretty much every demographic of people in scenario, and has thrived as a personal trainer. So I'll be having him on. I'll be having just all the trainers will be on here pretty soon, and then I will also be doing shorter videos of little tips. Why should I be taking vitamin D? Why should I be using grass-fed versus grain-fed? Why should I be, exercising 3 days a week and, not 7, or, whatever it may be. And I just want to cover all these different topics one by one. That way I can give my clients references if they have these questions, or anybody else can just kind of, hop on, listen to CoreFit Radio, and maybe pick up a little gem here or there. So I'm going to close it out at that. I'm looking forward to pushing this content out. I'm looking forward to anybody that's going to be listening. Hopefully people will listen. If not, either way, it's just going to be more resources out into the ether. So for anybody to reference. So until next time, I'll be back in about a week with my good buddy and colleague and trainer, Alex Estes. So until then, take it easy. Appreciate the support, and later. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you check us out at CoreFitRadio.com, on Instagram at CoreFitRadio. Check out our personal training studio at CoreFitFitness.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram with CoreFit Fitness as well. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you, and until next time, take it easy.